Tekken 8 Season 2 has failed in almost every way imaginable. When we saw the Tekken talk last week, we were worried, but we still had hope. Sure, it was a little odd that the characters they decided to show all seemed to follow the same philosophy of broken heat 50-50 mix-ups, but hey, it was just a couple characters, right? Surely they won't do that for every single character, and surely they won't double down on every single problem in Tekken.
Wait, all of them? Oh. All of them have a low heat smash now? Oh no 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 no. Oh no no no.
An 8, right? Right? Unfortunately, it seems like they have. The patch notes have been out for about 8 hours as I'm making this video, and I think this is the first ever Tekken update where literally nobody is happy with these changes. I haven't seen one person be positive. Even the most positive figures in the community are questioning what Namco was thinking with this patch. Coming into Season 2, there were 3 overall things the community wanted. We wanted to tone down the 50-50 Heat Casino gameplay, buff general defense, and, rather than buffing characters, focus on nerfing them instead. As even the low tiers in this game weren't actually that weak, it was more so just the top tiers dominating. Nerfs over buffs. Tekken 8 Season 2 has gone against every single one of these things. They've completely doubled down on the 50-50 Heat Casino gameplay on basically every single character. No matter where you look, you're seeing new moves that take you to stance at +6 in Heat. You're seeing some of the most ridiculous mix-ups we've ever seen in Tekken history on some of these characters. With Season 2, Heat is now twice as strong. More characters than ever are getting moves that recover heat. They're getting moves like low heat smashes, which used to take up the full heat bar, but now only take up a third. We're getting moves that completely shut down tracking, but are also plus on block. It's like, why go through the effort of buffing sidesteps if you're going to give every character a sidestep move that's +5 on block and stop sidestepping? I just can't understand it. Why would they do this? Not to mention that now from heat engagers you can go into crouch, giving every character ridiculous 50-50s. If you thought Tekken 8 was a casino before, it is about to get so much worse. But that's not even the biggest problem in my opinion. Remember when I said overall we should look to nerf the top tiers rather than buff characters? Well, Namco said, not only are we going to buff all the low tiers, we're not going to nerf the top tiers. No, we're actually gonna buff all the top tiers and make them some of the most ridiculous characters we've ever seen in Tekken history. What were they thinking with this? I cannot justify it in any way. We already knew about the King buffs and how completely ridiculous they were, but now we're seeing Brian, who is already a super broken character, got buffs for some reason. Why would they do this? Why does he have a low in heat that wall splats? A low that wall splats on counter hit and is -12 on block. Great. And remember how they said they were going to buff general defense in this patch? Well, unfortunately, what they showed in the Tekken talk is it. There's nothing else, there's nothing more than that. Sidesteps are better now, and you can buffer sidesteps, which does help for strings, but it's not going to be that much help when, again, every single character is getting god tracking moves now. It gets even worse than that. Two times better. Everywhere I go, I'm seeing 140 damage combos. Lydia has a new heat wall ender, which gives her ridiculous damage. Devil Jin is getting over 100 damage from a hell sweep. 100 damage from an unseeable hell sweep. Jin has been given like 3 new strong tailspin moves and is getting crazy combos. Basically, we all said the game is too aggressive and we need to buff general defense, and Namco responded by giving every character unbelievably strong combos. We're actually getting into Tekken Tag 2 territory with how damaging some of these combos are going to be, and it's very, very worrying for the longevity of this game. Get ready to take 140 damage every time you get hit by a Paul Death Fist. So many things are wrong with this patch. How would they look at a character like
this game is dead already.
His heat isn't good enough. Let's give him more heat moves. Let's take a character like Reina, who was already strong, but had a weakness. She had pretty weak lows.
It's a fighting
so
game.
Namco
They're dead
decides,
on launch,
let's give her
much.
multiple heat smashes. She can use 3 heat smashes now before she loses her heat bar. And also a pretty safe neutral low that gives a guaranteed heat engager on counter hits. Oh, and speaking of her heat, let's give her a god plus on block option to get her into stance as well, because she really needed that. Who approved this? I seriously want to know how Namco even got this stuff off the drawing board. Kazuya is a legacy character whose weakness has always been sidewalking to the left. So what happens when Namco gives him a +5 on block sidestep move that completely eliminates stepping, and a safe on block tracking mid that does 40 damage in heat? What? They looked at Kazuya, a character who has...
He doesn't seem too happy about it. Chicks